NFL Network. Let's go to the Browns here. Baker Mayfield, he made some more headlines yesterday in an interview with GQ magazine. He said, quote, "I cannot believe the Giants took Daniel Jones. Blows my mind. Some people overthink it. That's where people go wrong. They forget you've got to win. Either you have a history of winning and being that guy for your team, or you don't." So Baker later clarified his comments on Instagram, saying, quote, "This is not what I said, just so we're clear. I also said I was surprised I got drafted #1. Then when talking about the flaws in evaluating quarterbacks, where I brought up winning being important. Reporters and media will do anything to come up with a clickbait story. Heard nothing but good things and wish nothing but the best for Daniel." Okay, well now we have to get the Giants side of things, right? Because the Giants versus Cleveland, clearly. Pat Shurmur, head coach of the G-Men, had this to say about these comments.
Quite frankly, on our list of issues of the day, it really doesn't matter what Odell or Baker said. There's many other things that we should probably be discussing.
You know, I certainly have a lot to focus on here. I got a lot to worry about here, and I'm, focused on that. So it's been good, but I'm, just focus on what I'm doing here.
Do you think Baker's comments were taken out of context here, Shrakes?
Sure, but to say he didn't say it is going up against every journalistic protocol you take. I don't know the writer from GQ Magazine, but I used to write for GQ Magazine. I would have to send in tapes of my transcripts with your thing, and they go through fact checkers like, you said it. Don't say you didn't say it. You're calling a guy a liar. That's his credibility. And the second thing is, like, everyone thought that. Like, everyone thought, Baker, it's not the worst thing in the world. You said something that a lot of people said, well, wait a second, why is he going 6th overall? I take offense to Baker playing the victim on this and coming back and doubling back saying clickbait. That is offensive to us. That's offensive to everyone online. What do you mean click? You could say no to an interview. You could say no and not comment on Daniel Jones.
Great point.
You could say no to something. Just say no. That's what they used to tell us as kids.
Nancy Reagan.
Not this generation, no. But, Baker, I'm here for it because we could talk about it, and here you are again, and I guess you can call this clickbait, but that's almost insulting to us doing our jobs. You're one of the best at your profession. I'd like to think the writer is one of the best at his. That was really insulting what you said to him yesterday.
Wow. I usually have Baker's back, and I do on this. We're getting lost in the semantics now, so I got to step aside from Baker. I don't know if this is a hot take, but I actually think this is one of the best things that's happened to Daniel Jones since he was drafted. I really mean that. Daniel Jones has now become a sympathetic figure. He's been the butt of jokes for 5 months. You already saw his teammate Evan Engram came out with blistering comments about there are people who work and then there's the people who talk. Like, there's also something in New York about these people have been trashing this pick, headlines. There's also something with New York like, we can make fun of the Daniel Jones pick. The second you do bleeper, we're going to fight you.
1,000%.
Daniel Jones is now like, okay, Daniel, go get him. Maybe it was a weird pick, but don't be talking about our guy, Baker. Shut your mouth. I actually think this was the best thing that could have happened to Daniel Jones.
Spot on.
I do.
Baker, it's okay to have those thoughts, man. It's okay to say that a guy that didn't win in college might not win in the NFL. I mean, it happened before, and it will happen in the future. But you play quarterback. You don't play cornerback. Okay. Don't start backpedaling, fam. And don't come out here and say that you're surprised that you went #1. No, you're not. You thought that you were the best player in college football, and you knew that you were going so much so when you met with teams and they gave you the playbook, you didn't study the playbook because you're like, you guys are picking in the middle of the first round. I'm not going to be there. So, Baker, stick to your point. Come on, Baker. Come on, Baker.
I don't think
stick to it, buddy.
Stick to your point, but it's also learn from this, right? Because this could have been worse, and he's trying to, backpedal and do whatever. It's one thing when you're confident and you say, I'm the best quarterback, or I should have gone #1, or my team is the best, my team's better than all the other ones. It's different when you start talking about other players. If Jalen Ramsey came out and said, I'm just the best shutdown corner, that's different from him going and talking about other quarterbacks. Once you start doing that, you're not going to make any friends, and he just keeps putting more and more pressure on his shoulders. The pressure's already there. You are a quarterback in the National Football League, and there's a reason that QBs don't talk like this, because they wear those W's and L's around their neck, Shrakes.
Yeah, and real quickly, Daniel Jones, that was the most New York Giants response ever. I respect Baker Mayfield's game. That is what the Giants were looking for.
That's what they wanted.
That is what they always want. They are one of these buttoned up, white collar, let's go to work and let's be Puritan and let's do it the right way. This is the ultimate Giants quarterback in personality. It's the perfect torch from Eli Manning, whether you like it or not.
We've got more on Antonio Brown, of course. We had an appearance on Hard Knocks as well that we'll, of course, share with you guys and get you up to speed on everything going on out in Oakland. We've got preseason action, of course. We're playing games all day long. on NFL Network, and we get it. It's fantasy draft season. Who have you been sleeping on in fantasy? We're letting fate decide. It's a little Which Guy Wednesday action, and yeah, back to this.
All right.
Saga.